This is an entire sketchbook full of mostly experiments with markers. And I just thought I would share this one to show what a really experimental sketchbook looks like, where you're just working out ideas. Like for these, I was getting ready to go to Tahiti in New Zealand, and so I just looked at photos because I was trying to work out what kind of color palette I might want to bring. And there's probably more watercolor and colored pencil in these, but you'll see in a minute more marker experiments. A bunch here, just trying out different materials just to sort of think about like what would I like to bring with me when I go on this trip? Like what makes the most sense? Okay, well these are not markers, but these are some, a friend of mine does these beautiful flower arrangements and I love to draw her flower arrangements that she posts, so that's what these are, just really fun, simple colored pencil drawings. But then you get back to trying out different colors of markers and just seeing, like how do I like that in combination with, watercolor, for instance. These also are sort of putting down some watercolor and then markers on top, and a bunch more of that. And this is still like, I haven't gone on the trip yet. I'm just looking at pictures and I'm trying to work out what I think would be fun to take with me in terms of art supplies. And sometimes I'll do a bunch of different versions of a picture that really appeals to me and just try it in different materials, in different styles, and different approaches. So like this is one more of that same one I just showed you using gold ink. And here I am experimenting with red, kind of a dark pink fuchsia sort of ink. So this is what I mean by a really experimental travel sketchbook. You really just get to try a lot of stuff and see what's appealing and what kind of things you might want to take with you when you travel. So here I'm just getting really into trying a lot of new things with markers. And these are mostly Tombow markers. And I generally don't take these with me when I travel, but I just thought I'm going to just try these kind of around the neighborhood. Like this is just behind a shopping center down the street from me. Just trying these out in the neighborhood just to see what I think about them and if this is the kind of thing that I'd be happy traveling with. Some of what's in here are drawings that I did for my newsletter. I send out an illustrated newsletter, so I just needed a few extra pages to do some illustrations for that, so I grabbed the sketchbook for that. So they don't make a lot of sense, but that's because they go with a story, a particular story that went out in the newsletter. More obviously New Zealand, kind of the Hobbit town. And so this is a mixture of markers and watercolor and colored pencil. This is another example of just trying a lot of different materials and approaches to a scene. This is Southern California, but same idea. Like, do I want to do watercolor? Do I want to do colored pencil? This one's all markers, except I think I did the sky in watercolor. More New Zealand and markers. Like I was really pleased with, how these landscapes work just with markers, which are so simple and so quick. These are actually just newsletter illustrations again, but more examples of just trying out different things with marker just to see what I like. Almost all Tombows, but also some Faber-Castell Pitt markers. And here I'm doing the same thing at a beach near my house, just taking some markers out and drawing from life and just seeing if I like the effects that I can get with markers. More examples of that, same, just a whole bunch of different little scenes at a beach. And then this is obviously just a page where I'm swatching out colors and experimenting and making notes about which markers I tried out. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. If you like these, please give a like and subscribe.